Have a great and pleasant day, everyone. I am Jessel, Pecitas, AD English Language 2A. This moment, I would like to discuss about a drama, ABEL2A by Henrik Ibsen. But before anything else, I would like to introduce about the author's background. Henrik Ibsen was born on March 20, 1828 in Skien, Norway. At the age of 15, he worked to Gramstand as an apothecary's apprentice while studying nights for admission to the university. In 1850, he studied at University of Christiania, and in 1868, he moved to Germany and starting to write his famous works, ABEL2A. ABEL2A is an example of realism in theater, specifically a realistic prose drama. On December 4, 1879, ABEL2A's play and 3 acts by Henrik Ibsen, published in Norwegian as Et Doki Gem in 1879 and performed the same year. It concerned the lives of a group of middle-class Norwegians in 1870s. Ibsen ABEL2A is perhaps his biggest statement regarding women and gender relations. If different from his works, it has 5 acts instead of 3. It includes no male speaking roles. It contains climax in the first act. Characters and characterization. Nora, the wife and the protagonist. Torvald Helmler, Nora's husband. Krogstad, subordinate position towards Torvald's bank. Mrs. Lundy, old friend of Nora. Dr. Rank, a rich family friend. Evar, Bobby, and Emmy, the children of Nora and Torvald. Settings. It takes place in the living room of Helmer family who lives in the Norway during Christmas season in the 80s. The 10 main events. Torvald Helmer is a lawyer who gets a promotion at his workplace, the bank. Nora is very thrilled about his promotion as she believes it will solve her problems from the past. Nora does sewing occasionally. However, her husband does not like her to work. He does not consider her an equal and treat her like a kid. It's around when Christmas time, when Mrs. Lundy arrives at her house, she leaves alone after her husband dinners. Thus, Nora wished to help her by getting Torvald to offer her a job. Nora tells Mrs. Lundy a secret which no one knows. 8 years ago, Torvald was very sick and the doctor recommended to move to Italy. Nora did not have enough money, so she borrowed it from Constant after forging her father's signature. Ever since, Nora has been struggling to plan ways how to repay her loan. Constant arrived when Mrs. Lundy lives at Nora's house. He knows about her husband's promotion and threatened to reveal the forging to her husband. Torvald fired Constant and hired Mrs. Lundy instead. This worries Nora and she convinced Torvald to not fire Constant. Now, Krogstad does not want Nora's money, but to keep his job and in fact get a better one. He again threatened that he will send a letter to Torvald revealing her fraud. Miss Lundy Constant are old lover. They get back together and Constant decides to retrieve his letter to Torvald. However, Torvald gets his hands on it. When he knows about this, he insults Nora badly. Then he receives another letter where Constant lets them off the hook. Torvald get ecstatic and decides to forgive Nora. However, Nora is now upset at the way all men in her life had been treating her. She decided to leave Torvald and explore herself. Nora wishes to become independent and slammed the door on her way out. Style of the author. Ibsen metaphorically compares Nora's life with a Christmas tree. The tree and Nora have almost the same place in the house, and that is for decoration purpose. Also, in reality, both are dying in the house. Doll, a symbol of femininity. Macarons, which represent how Nora misled Torvald. The tarantella dress represent the things wrong with their marriage. Christmas tree, which show that Nora's place the house is temporary. Lighted lamp symbolize of connection, intellect, and inclusivity. Black shawl indicate that she is sad and tired of life. Black mailbox represent Tolbad's, a controlling husband. Imagery symbolically guides the process of self-emancipation for Nora, the protagonist of The Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen. Conflict. Man versus man. Nora struggled with Kronstad, who threatens to tell her husband about her past crime. Man versus self. Nora's journey of self-discovery and provide much of the play's dramatic suspects. Man versus society. The struggle of women to be accepted as equal in society. Man versus fate. Nora take her own way to the world to be independent. Point of view of the story. Woman has nothing to the man because all men thinks that women cannot do what they can. Themes. The sacrificial role of women, parental and filial obligations, the unreliability appearance, the constructive nature of gender roles, the value of money. Cultural implication. Society has always strongly influenced the way people act, think, dress, and structure their lives. The Doll's House just emphasizes how many families try to live up to the society's standards and end up living false lives like a plastic family. House is treatment of women in society or community, but more specifically, the societal hold on them. Once again, I am Jessel, Pecitas, AB English Language. Thank you.